Lesson 8.1 Arithmetic and Geometric Sequences continues. In this video, we will identify arithmetic or geometric sequences, write explicit formulas, and determine the 35th term. Why was the math class so long? The teacher kept going off on a tangent. Identify each sequence as a arithmetic or geometric. Write an explicit formula for each sequence. Use the formula to determine the 35th term of each sequence. Number 9. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So 1 times 2 is 2, times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and so on and so forth. So we are multiplying by 2 every time. So in this case, our r is equal to 2. With explicit formulas, we also need to know the first term, which is 1, and that is it. So g sub n is equal to g sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. That's our explicit formula. So g sub n is equal to 1 times 2 to the n minus 1. Now it wants us, so that's our recursive, our explicit. Now it wants us to find this 35th term. So g sub 35 is equal to 1 times 2 to the 35 minus 1 is 34. So 1 times 2 to the 34. And as amazing as I am as a math teacher, I myself do not know 2 to the 34th. So I would stick it into my calculator and find that it comes out to be 1.72 times 10 to the 10th, okay, in scientific notation. So I'm going to jump onto Desmos real quick and type this in. So we have 2, we go shift 6 to do the exponent, and 34, and lo and behold, 1.7179 blah 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 times 10 to the 10th. We only need 2 decimal places, so we're going to round the 1 to 2 because of the 7 that's behind it. So then that's how we get 1.72 times 10 to the 10th. So what I'd like you to do right now is try number 10. Alright, so hopefully you looked at the pattern and noticed that the pattern was going down by 2 every time, so we were subtracting 2 each time, which means it's arithmetic, which by the way on the last one I forgot to label it geometric, so I did that just now. The first term is a sub 1 is equal to 3.1. So then I plug it into the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1 formula to get my recursive formula. Then they said we're looking for the 35th term, so a sub 35 is equal to 3.1 plus negative 2 times 34. And then you saw me go to Desmos, I typed it in, got my answer, and here we are. So with that, that's how we define it. Identify each sequence as arithmetic or geometric, and then write an explicit formula for each sequence.